Assalamualaikum, this is Sadia Jalali with Muslim Bliss. Wanted to talk a little bit today about the idea of companionship and how, life's burdens are just too great to kind of go at alone. And I don't think that's, how it was intended to be. We all do rely on Allah, of course, in our deepest, darkest times, we talk to Him, we turn to Him, and He is our center and what kind of grounds us. But, through, Allah also showed us through the Prophet ﷺ the idea of companionship and through the Sahaba, right? And just the idea that, yes, we have Allah and we pray to Him and we turn to Him, but and rely on Him, right? But we also have those around us that kind of, ease up life's burdens and allow us to feel like we are with, someone was with us, right? That there is some help, there is some support and, support and resources around us. And so, this had come up where I was thinking, some couples, they get married thinking, oh, I married my best friend and we have such a great relationship and we get along so well. And, alhamdulillah for that. That is absolutely fantastic. But what I will sort of caution is if you get to the point where you expect your spouse to fulfill all of your, sort of friendship needs, it's great if they're your best friend and that's who you confide in and all of that. But there are times in life that you need other perspective, you need other types of support. And sometimes when people put all of that on their spouse, because think about what else your spouse has to fulfill, right? They have to fulfill other emotional needs, physical needs, and if you're putting all of that, financial needs, this and that, like on your spouse, child rearing and parenting and all the different roles we play as in a couple, it can become too burdensome, and one person might get disappointed that the other person isn't able to sustain all of those roles. So you want to sort of divvy that out a little bit and have some other close friends, people that you can be vulnerable around. And the thing about vulnerability is that in our community, a lot of people feel like, oh, if I share this, I'll get judged, or I'll come across as weak, like I'm not okay. Yeah, many of us are not okay, or we'll go through times in life when we're not okay. And, alhamdulillah, like that's part of life. That's the sort of point of life, we go through these tests and trials and hardships and kind of keep going. That's what companionship does, is it provides that support you need through those difficult times. And then of course, the enjoyment you need through the good times and the sort of mutual celebrations of good things. And happiness for each other. But, just wanted to kind of remind everybody that, the idea of companionship is very, very important. Try really hard to have, just a handful connections. Some people are like, oh, I can't trust everyone. You're right. And I agree to that, right? You don't want to sort of talk about every single personal detail, and that's not even the point. It's just that to share, to be vulnerable, to be open, that, hey, I'm not okay right now, or things are a little difficult. It can be so empowering and so comforting to just be validated by the people around you. I find it very important in my own life, and alhamdulillah, have benefited greatly from the wonderful people around me. And so I just encourage everyone to do the same and not maybe place that entire role and burden on just your spouse. Sometimes you really do have to allow for more people to help you with that. So inshallah, just a quick reminder to, go out and seek that companionship. And if you have it already, alhamdulillah, nurture it and, count on them. All right, till next time. Assalamu alaikum.